Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I want to give you your update on your Apple. So I released a video on yesterday, and I told you that the Apple was in a downtrend. All right. So, and in that video, if you check the thumbnail, you can see where I left off. The Bitcoin actually went right back through that high, right from where I left off. If you look at that thumbnail. But Apple is in a downtrend. I told you that it would go up. Now you can find, of course, the video we're about to do here, and then this one here. You can find all of that information right here. A universal price action method. If you win, it's this. You can find it right in this playlist if you're not viewing this via YouTube. All right. Now, if you if you like what I'm doing here, just hit the like button if you don't mind. I really appreciate that. Let's spread the information abroad. Make sure YouTube algorithm, suggest this video to others. All right. So here's the distance of the trend. I told you that that distance was there. Of course, you have the trend being set from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So we got 7 down. And if you're not familiar with the trend, you can click on the link below and it'll actually show you what the trend is. All right. So I told you you had the no close coming in from over on this side and they were blowing past these right here. All right. And I told you there's a chance that that no close from below wasn't going to hold anymore. All right. But I did tell you that this was the no close prior to this being, the trend. I told you that this is an issue and they dropped down and they came really close to the back and we covered that on yesterday and they popped up. But then, of course, on yesterday, I did tell you now they got a trend from, from this side, having made it down here. So I wouldn't be down here buying. So I told you that there's a chance that they would gap down, of course, when they come up. Now, I do not trade stocks. All right. Don't trade them at all. But I wanted you to know that this method works on absolutely anything because it's universal. All right. So no close back above here because the low of this bar, now I'll open this up just a little bit here. The low of this bar is not touching the mid of this bar. Let me open it up just a little bit more. The low here is not touching the mid of this bar. All right. Now they came in kind of close on this one, but I said they were stacking them against you. So we're going to go with the low here, not touching that mid. They're working it against you. All right. They had it from up here too. You can tell that this low is not touching the mid of this bar. Okay. This bar's mid fell below the low of this bar. They reached up, no close back above here, hard stop here, and they made that trend on you. So you have your trend here. It actually formed right here, but they went as far as here. So I just went on and got the trend distance from here down to here. So we have our trend, and then here's your trend distance. And I told you that it could land somewhere down in this area here. Now you may get a small reaction from over here because of course you had that price action method sitting up from over here too. So you have your high here not touching this bar's mid. And then of course you have this high here not touching this bar mid. So this will be a no close beneath bar. This will be a no close beneath bar, hard stop here or either hard stop here. Will it go back up? There's a chance that it can do that. However, it's best that you stay current with the trend. So the trend right now is down. They're trying to trend down. If they're going to turn around again, that information is right here that can possibly stop this from declining. All right, but that's your trend. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to dive down into. Let me just move this right here, and we're going to kind of track this for just another day or two, and just see, what can become of it. Hopefully, in the next day or two, we'll see what's going to go on. But let's go down into that 1 minute so I can give you a little bit more information right now in real time, so we can kind of take an eye as to what this whole price action method is all about. If you're new to the channel and you're not really familiar with what's going on, let's grab something here. I'm not really all that familiar with this platform. I like NinjaTrader myself. But if this bar is low, then as you can see, it's pushing away from the low of this bar. If that mid moves far enough away, you can go ahead and jump that trade. Hard stop here, no close back above that bar. However, you have the trend right here in the backdrop. All right, so you have that trend. Let's get that arrow again. You have your trend here. All right, so you have your trend. Now, they can take out this, just don't take out this. All right. So you have your trend here. That mid is falling beneath. All right. The mid is falling beneath that low. They already knocked out that setup. Now it was here, the mid being here. They didn't supposed to come past this stop, but let's see if they'll do it again. Sometimes they'll kick you and then go. All right. Sometimes they'll do something like that. Let's see if you got your trend from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not yet. So they're still up. All right. So to count the trend, you can start from the bar that's lower. Okay, it's 7 in total, but they all have to be lower. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not down yet. All right, so you're still in an uptrend. All right, so we're going to give it to you in real time for about 10 minutes here, maybe even 15, just to give you a chance to look at how it all works. Now, from this way here, once you set that trend, okay, and they all have to be higher. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 6. They can go the distance of that trend, and there's the distance there. Okay, they're trying to roll it over, but again, we're still up. Now, if they decide to come back down, clearly, they may try to make the trend on you because again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need one more lower than this one here, and then you'll have the downtrend, and then they can go the distance of that downtrend. Now here, this if you have to eyeball it, again, I have an indicator I coded for Ninja Trader, but if you have to eyeball it and it's really, really close, sometimes it's best to not count it and just give it a second. But this bar's high look like it's falling below the mid of this candle. Look like it's very, very close, but it looked like it's falling below the mid. If that be the case, no close back under this bullish bar here, no close back beneath its low, and a hard stop would have to be here. All right. So let's take a look and see if this is going to play out. But if not, hard stop here. Okay. They didn't suppose to close above this high, but again, there's two applications to it. You can go, with a fade from off the high of the bar, a quick scalp, or you can go ahead and play for the hole with a hard stop there. Now, this being an uptrend, we're not in a downtrend yet. It's probably best to go with the up. That's all I can say to that. Now, of course, in the hourly, I just showed you they have a downtrend on that hourly. But again, you have to trade whatever time frame you're looking at. That's the main thing because price is fluid. Okay. So let's see what they're going to do with this. Let's see. Without looking so far to the left, and again, if you wanted to do that, let's say you do that. All right. So you can remove this. Okay, let's do this. This is the two-leg removal. You can learn all of this information via the playlist. I'll have it below. Just don't remove that. But it can't be both. We can't keep both trends on the board forever. So they're going to have to, make their minds up. Okay, now this definitely is that scenario. So you would go ahead and get in the trade. You won't wait until it's way up here anywhere. You go ahead and get in because this high is not touching that bar's mid. You're already in it. Hard stop here. Okay, and then there's a no close back beneath this bar. Now they're kicking that stop. Okay, so clearly that setup is not going to work. All right, that's not going to work. Now, so no close from this direction off this high because this bar's low isn't touching the mid of that bar. So that means the high of this bar is a no close level. All right, the high of this bar is a no close level. Even this one too. Both of these bars is a no close above both of these bars. And I'll remove all these draw markers because we want to keep track of that hourly, but I'm gonna just do this in real time for you so you can again reference this information on the actual playlist. You'll be able to come over and just see it in real time, see it being played out as I explain it to you in real time. So we don't want to close back beneath this bar, and we need a hard stop here. So let's see if it's going to actually respond and continue up. Again, you're getting these rejections up here because you got these two bars right here, no close back above here. Now let's see if they want to actually make a downtrend or will they keep this uptrend in play. Let's see. All right. So if it push hard enough, again, if it pushes hard enough, it should be able to, of course, give you that stop placement. All right. It just need to clear that mid. That mid needs to clear the high. All right. And it's really, really important that you understand that. It's all about whether or not the performance of this bar is strong enough to get that mid above the high of this bar. Okay, there it is. So the performance is there. So let's see if we can get it done. No close back beneath here, hard stop here. So if you want, you can move from here up to here. I know that's not that much, difference there. But essentially, if you didn't get in back here, that would be your entry. Notice when you see that mid, it's the mid of this candle that's really, really important to get above the high of this candle. Really, really important that you understand that. Very simple method. Very simple method. It'll work on any market you want to trade, any market. And again, I don't have to take 3 hours to explain this to you. It's very, very simple. Very simple. So many other price action methods I know, but this is a very simple one to get anybody's trading to work right out the box. Right out the box. And I'm giving it away for free, absolutely free. It don't take a many hours to explain this. This is very simple. You don't have to have some special time to trade it. No, none of that. All right. Really important that you understand that. And you can be in it again, you can be in the trade net positive really, really soon. All right. You just want that mid of the candle. You just want the mid of the candle to chase away from that high. All right. So this one is about to do it too. Got about 16 seconds left here. 15. Okay, so it's the same thing. Hard stop here, no close back beneath the low of this bar. So if you want to play, if you want to play it a little closer, you could do this. You could come up and get behind here, but it's a no close under here. So they can come back under it as long as they don't close and come back up. And so that's why you don't come in so tight. You kind of stay away from it. Let it trade just a bit. Now, can it close under here and still keep going? Yes. But this is a second application to how you trade it. If you're a scalper, you let it dive under that bar. Long as it don't close, you grab it and then ride it back up, because sometimes that happens. They'll dive under your bar, kick your stop, and then take right back off. And some people would think it's a reversal and it's going to turn around on them, and it's not. All right, so this isn't happening as we need it to. So of course, again, this is the no close beneath hard stop here. Still in the uptrend. We never made that downtrend. Remember, we need the 6 bars lower than the first. So 7 in total. Need the 6 bars lower than the first. I must say that to you. It's a trend. You need them to turn it, but you need to make sure that there's a trend in place. You need that trend to be locked in before you believe that it'll just stay in that direction. All right. So they closed under here. Hard stop still here. Now let's see how much higher can they get it up here. Let's see. Let's see. Just give it a few more minutes here. They're trying to move that mid beneath the low of this candle. So okay. All right, there we go. Let's get that back up there. And again, it's fluid. It's fluid. So if they move back into the candle, clearly the mid will come back up as well. Okay, so it's a fluid situation. So and that's why I tell anyone to trade this particular price action method. You don't wait for 2 candles. You don't have to wait till both of them close. You get in it while it's moving. But the most important part is make sure that mid, you need that mid of that candle to jump above the high of the bar and remain there to the end of the bar. That's the other part too. So you're kind of watching the clock. Even though again the mid can be above it, you want to keep your eye on that clock because you don't want them to come back down and pull that mid back into that candle. The minute that happens, you're dealing with overlap. That's the easiest way to find whether or not you're in conditions that's not favorable. The minute you see this big candle bring that mid back into this candle, you get ready to deal with overlap. All right. Really simple stuff. Okay. The high, you can see the mid is far enough away from the high. You're already net positive in the trade. You're not waiting till it close. Hard stop here. Now you can move your stop from here up to here. No close back beneath this bar, and you can see if it'll push again. I know this bar is not as strong, but again, it's just based on this one particular price action setup. That's it. One setup. If you're a scalper, is the best thing for you. Now let's see if they're going to give us one more push, and then I'm going to take off here. No close. Remember, no close right back beneath this bar. No close. We do not want to see that candle close back beneath this bar. Hard stop here, and you play it until it, again, take off. Okay, they're stalling. Remember, if that mid is coming back into this candle, you may deal with overlap. You may get some overlap, and they're going to play with you. All right, that's the easiest way to find whether or not you're getting ready to deal with something like that. So if you like fading ranges, counter trending, that type of information is important. Definitely, if you're if you're someone that like to counter the market, just get a higher time frame to overlap the bars, and then you'll find that range, that cyclical back and forth, don't want to go anywhere type activity. If you're someone that like to fade moves. To go with, if you're a trend trader, you want to just go with and try to catch the speed of the market. This is definitely something for you right here. This is really, really easy. It's simple just to get in the trade and get it to go. If you're a beginner trader, this should help you. All right, so you see the mid is above, you should be okay. Burn your stop here. I know it's not that big of a difference here. Of course, there's no close, hard stop. Really not that big of a difference on these two, so it'll pretty much play into to it being the same. You know, they're trying to pull this candle back down. Again, visually looking at it, I have a marker on NinjaTrader that, allows me to see the mid while it's moving. So, you'll be able to know whether or not the mid fell back into this high. But it still look like it's above it. It does. All right, let's see. Can we get one more candle and then I'm gonna take off here? And you can find all of this information that I'm showing you right now. You can find it right here in this universal price action method. If you win, it's this. All of the videos here is in real time. So you'll be able to see all the different markets that I'm covering all play out in real time. That's the most important part of this. Okay, they get ready to start the overlap. Let's see if they come with the no close here or the no close here. These are both no close levels. So let's see what they do. See if they'll drop back down. I was going to go on this candle, but let's give it one more because I want to see what they do, see if they can push off again. Then I'll let you go. I don't want you anticipating trying to see what actually took place. So we'll give it another minute or so and see if they'll take back off. But again, no close here, no close here, hard stop here. Okay, so they didn't close. They didn't close under this green bar. This hard stop would have had to be on the red bar. I believe they'll trigger that. They'll probably kick that. This is a no close level too. This is a no close level. As you can see, they'll pull right up on it. They'll pull right up on it, and of course, kind of bully you out of it. Try to see if they can scare you out of the trade, or that's the entry. Get in down here, and then of course ride it up. And this is how you find whether or not you're dealing with conditions that is not favorable. That's all. Once you see that mid starting to overlap into the prior bar, you're dealing with something. You don't have to wait until there's 3, 4, 5 candles, sitting side by side to know you're dealing with overlap. The moment that the mid of the candle come back into that prior candle, you're dealing with a problem. And that's what makes this important. You have to get the mid away from the high. You got to get the mid away from the low. You have to get that mid to run away from the high in order to get the trade to just rip and take off. Let's see, can this one get the high above the get the mid above the high? Let's see. Yeah, we're still dealing with it. Yeah, still dealing with it because that mid wasn't above the high of that candle here. Okay. No, they didn't kick that stop. Still not above it. It's still sitting right there. They haven't kicked that stop. They're not closing under this bar. Again, here's 3 minutes of that activity. And you can know this ahead of time. Notice ahead of time. It doesn't, it doesn't take a lot to get this to work. It doesn't. Let's see. All right. Now we're getting the mid up. Okay. So now the mid is above it. They pushed a little bit more on that one. So that's okay. So it'll be the same. No close back beneath here and the hard stop, both in the same place. All right. All right. All right. So that'll be the end of it. Again, I hope that this has been informative for you. And again, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you're more than welcome to come over here, Universal Price Action Method. You'll find this video in the playlist. Check out yesterday's video. I told you that Apple would probably gap down on today from the hourly. Let me remove these lines and we'll go back to that hourly and take a look. Let me just get this stuff off here. I'm not a trading view platform user, so forgive me if I'm a little slow with this. All right, so there's your push. All right, now remember, we were never in the downtrend. We counted the bars. They were never in the downtrend. All right, they was only in that uptrend. All right, so there you have it. You're getting your push here. Again, this is a downtrend, so hopefully they'll turn back around and go down if they want to stay down. But if not, let's see what becomes of it. Again, your mid is overlapping this bar. This could be a potential reversal only because of what you got over here to the left. You kind of got those scenarios being played out here. So you got your no close here. You got that no close here, hard stop here. And then of course you got it right here too. So you kind of got both of those situations over here to the left. But again, try not to focus so much in on that unless you're a counter trend trader. If you're a trend trader, try to go with the trend. So they may lift up and they may turn it back around. Let's see if they had an uptrend here. Let's see. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they had made an uptrend, but they wiped it out. So it can't be both. Remember that. It cannot be both. And oftentimes, if it is going to be, the other one, they won't get beyond the mid too bad. All right. They won't get beyond the mid of that area because remember, the mids are important. So if they're going to go up, they shouldn't get beyond the mid. That's really, really important. So coming in with size like this, doing the no close, that's why I told you there's a chance they'll go ahead and do that trend distance. So I wish you all the best with your trading. If you like the video, please, if you like anything I shared, please hit the like on the video. And definitely, again, if you're not a subscriber, take and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. Take care.